Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Vickie, a rock and roll prophetess. These are going to be your September of 2016 free video readings. I'll be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation, and then we'll pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is my own creation. As always, I have a whole bunch of stuff here. If you're learning to read tarot, you can check out my book, Tarot in the Modern World. I also have several adult coloring books. You can find all that up in the eye in the sky, along with how to get readings and different things from me, the readings and wares that I offer. I did a kind of a cool little funny video this month, if you guys have time to check it out. It's called Find Somebody to Blame, and it's sort of sarcastic, and it's sort of like this country tune. It's supposed to be halfway funny, so if you have a minute, check it out. You can find a link below on that one. And if anybody out there is a country musician and you want to record it, definitely get a hold of me. I would love to see that happen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about how the readings work before we get into it. If you already know how the readings work, you can go ahead and skip ahead. First of all, when I pull the cards, I want you to pick a color. And then when the color shows up in the spread, that could contain a special message for you. When I pull the cards, I'm going to hold them up, and I want you to take time to look at each card. These cards were designed to speak to your subconscious mind. If it looks like it says something else, like for instance here, the word motion is contained in emotion. If that stands out to you, or even if it looks like it says something completely different, go with it. That's spirit communicating with you. This is empowerment tarot. I'm not trying to tell you how to lead your life, and nobody should. You should not give your power away. This is for you to activate your own intuition and find things in here and allow these cards to speak to you. If you do not get your message through this reading, be sure to check your rising and moon sign. The other thing is when the court cards appear, and the court cards would be the knights, queen, kings, and pages. Traditionally, a knight is a male, knight, king, and page are males, and the queen are females. But in these general readings, they could be male or female. So I may refer to, like if it's a king, I may refer to it as he, but really it could be he or she or anybody. Learn to trust your intuition and go with the flow on these readings. I hope that you get a special message out of here. Take time to look at each card and pause the video if you have time. Without further ado, on to your free readings for September. Hello Capricorns, thanks for joining me for the, what is this anyway? September, I already got one of your cards. September of 2016 Taroscope and Animal Totem. Let's get right into it. They're coming out already. Here we go now. Oh. Okay. Capricorns. For September of 2016. What is going on? What the heck is going on, Capricorns? Anyhow, in September. September 2016, Capricorns. September 2016, Capricorns. Two more cards, come on. Capricorn, 2016. Excuse me. So I got two cards. I gotta put them both down. Alright, here we go. Well, I mean, the very first card out is the Knight of Pentacles, so, that's you. And even that cap in the bottom, that's, it stands for Capricorn. That was really standing out to me while I was shuffling. Before we really get too far into it, I'm telling everybody, there are two eclipses this month. Now, I don't know. Some people saying it's not really a real eclipse, I don't know if it is or not. I get this astrology book every year in the Maynard, and I just look at that, I just look at it, and it marks these things. It tells you. And according to the Maynard, these are your eclipses. The first is a solar eclipse. The first of the month is a solar eclipse in Virgo. See, it's a solar eclipse. I mean, scientific, maybe the calculations aren't exactly right, but that's what I go by. I mean, I'm not up for debating if it's really an eclipse or not, I guess it's more degrees out than it, a lot for, who knows, but I want to mention it. New moon's in Virgo on the 1st, so new beginnings. great day to start, plant your seeds, do your new beginnings. And these two eclipses of this month, the new moon eclipse on the 1st and then the full moon eclipse on the 16th in Pisces, they're very harmonious with you guys, with the Caps. You know, it's a trine. Virgo is a trine. It's an earth sign like you. And Virgo. And the Pisces water sign is water, which is harmonious. Water feeds earth. So, you know, Pisces is water. So these are harmonious with you. I don't know that this is necessarily going to be a rough one for you. It can be rough for some people, but I think for you guys, you might skate right through it. You're in the upright position, which is good. And you're looking forward into the future. And, you know, when I just look at the big picture of this entire spread, it's telling me, you know, it's time to, you can't wait forever. There's definitely there's people who are positive. We've got this Knight of Cups. This is the water sign person, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Or maybe this is representing that moon, you know, that eclipse moon in Pisces. And then another person that does show up in the spread in a positive position is the King of Swords. Air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Now we're going to be moving into the sign of Libra after the 22nd, so that could be too. There does show delay and struggle and waiting, and there's a person there who's in reverse. One out of there's 4 people in the spread, and only one is in reverse. Okay, and the one who's in reverse is this Knight of Rods, who's maybe a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or maybe you started up with this person in fire time, which in August we were in Leo for most of the month through the 22nd as well, to the 21st actually. So this could have been something that's been building during the time of Leo, and it's bringing up struggle. I mean, it really is. You've had to wait. 4 of Swords is saying that you've had to wait. I mean, sometimes this is a healing time, and it could mean that, but I'm feeling like you've had to wait. You've been waiting for this person, and there's been struggle. There has been struggle. And it's right next to this person, so I'm feeling like it has to do with this person, right? And then the Devil's in reverse. Devil in reverse is a good card. It's like freedom from bondage. It's like, hey, I'm not waiting for you anymore, dude. I don't know if this is so crude to say it, but I just heard it. I'm just going to say it. It's a, you know, shit or get off the pot. I know it's such a crude thing to say, but it came into my head. You know, and that might be the case here. You know, it's like, and normally, you know, that's funny because normally the fire sign people aren't, they aren't lollygaggers, or what another weird one, yeah, lollygagger. That's a word I use every day, right? Lollygagger. You know, they're not, they're usually the people that are on the go and making things happen. But for some reason, this is causing you problems, and it's holding you up. It's holding you up. And there's been reluctancy to move past it and let it go. And it's going to be time to let it go. You know, a lot of times these eclipses, the full moon eclipse, which is on the 16th, it'll eclipse things out of your life. And, you know, it's maybe time to let some stuff go. Because notice, these 2 journey cards, you have 2 of the journey cards are here. This one's in reverse, so it's talking about the journey's not happening. We're not moving forward. We're not progressing. Things aren't moving forward. I can't get out of this. I can't get away. And then all of a sudden, I'm going, you know. You know, this card, though, sometimes can be associated with some loss. You may have to take a loss, unfortunately. Because he's leaving his cups behind. It's just like, you know what? I don't even care. Take it. I'm gone. You can have it. I don't even care anymore. And that would be the best attitude to take, you know. If you're fighting over crumbs, I looked at this and I felt like it was like fighting over crumbs. And that might be, it might not seem like that now, it might seem really important, but I feel like your freedom is more important. This Devil in reverse. And maybe it's not even a person. Maybe this person is, it could be a job, it could be anything, you know. It's time to move on, though. That's the big message here. Because we've got these journey cards. You've been stalled and now you're moving on. The things that you're moving towards are going to be so much better. These people are in the upright position. These people are favorable for you. This person, there's going to be a healing. You know, the healing is standing really out to me at the top of this card. The King of Swords, possibly an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That's what you're moving towards. You're moving away from stagnation and moving towards the King of Swords. So again, yeah, a person who's probably can be older, maybe air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Again, we will be in Libra after the 22nd. I mean, it kind of makes sense if something happens around that eclipse, and then this card has a moon on it too, and it's water cups. We had a full moon eclipse in Pisces on the 16th. Then by the time we move into the Libra, 22nd on, you know, things are changing quickly. For some of you, this could be an actual move. Like if you've been trying to move, and you can't move, all of a sudden, you might be able to move, you know. And I feel like it could just pretty much happen overnight, happen quickly. This is actually 7 of rods, but that looked like the 70s. I saw that looked like 70. And I feel like for some of you, that has to do with when I was talking about moving. That 70 really popped out at me. And I really want to say the 70s, plural, like the decade of the 70s. So some of you might move into a house that was built in the 70s, or the decor is very 70s or something like that. For some of you, 70 might be like a number. Like, you know, maybe 70,000 or, you know, or something, you know, like that. 70, you know, 70 could be an actual number that's applied to something having to do with your whole situation here. I feel like for a lot of you, this is a numerical, like a money, you know, like I said, 70,000, you know, or something like that. That could be key for somebody here. I'm seeing check the facts. Check the facts. So, because I feel like detail is going to be important, especially with a new moon in Virgo, new moon eclipse in Virgo. Check the facts. Like if it is a house that was built in the 70s, maybe you want to make sure that it's checked over real good. You know, you get somebody that knows about, you know, inspections and all that kind of stuff. If it is just like a financial deal that has to do with 70,000, maybe this is a salary or something. You know, check all the details. Like if you're signing some kind of contract that's going to be involved, you know, a work contract or agreeing to some salary or some price of 70. Then definitely look closely, scrutinize a little, scrutinize the details. But all in all, you know, don't let things hold you up. If something's been bothering you since fire, since Leo, since August or even late July, you know, it's like you're beating a dead horse. This is never going to change. It's time to move on. There's lots of good things awaiting you. And again, these eclipses are really in harmony with your sign, so I don't feel like you're going to, you know, I don't see this turning out bad for you. It's just going to take courage to just do it. You're just going to have to move on, and you don't really know what's ahead. You're just going to have to trust. But this is reading saying lots of good things are ahead, actually. So, okay, Cappies, what is going to be the animal totem for you guys? The fox. What does the fox say? Okay. Well, what I wrote was sly, sexy, charming, shapeshifter, elevated sense of smell, acute hearing, mediumship, camouflage, retreat, insulate, survive. Keep to yourself until you know who to trust. Well, I would say, yeah, that this isn't exactly, you know, I don't know about if you want to trust them, but retreat, the camouflage retreat here, you know, retreat is a strong word that I've been using, you know, that applies to this whole reading. It's time to retreat. Maybe you need to just, because the Four of Swords is here too, and this is talking about that, it's like maybe you need to just stop and pay attention. Sometimes we're so busy doing, and working, and that we just, and we get caught up in our own story, you know, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes this Four of Swords comes in to just show us, like, hey, just stop and watch. Watch what's really going on here. Because maybe you've just been too busy to notice, too. You know, it's definitely time to cut something loose and move on, though. That's the biggest message that I have for you. But I feel like it's going to be a really good thing for you. There's going to be an influx of new people and new energy that's very positive. And it's time. Eclipse season is definitely time, okay? Okay, Cappies. Hey, thanks for buying all my stuff, and you can find out everything that I have available by checking this little eye in the sky up in the corner. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below so you never miss a video. I'll post a lot, so I will not bug you about it. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, everything you do to help me and the channel, including donating. That makes a big difference to keeping these readings free every month. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of September, and I'll speak to you soon.